glad to see you again. We're going to start today with another silly song with Mrs. Mundell. You're going to hear a lot of rhymes in this song. Whenever you hear a rhyme, I just want you to give me a thumbs up, or you can pat your head, or you can make an R for rhyme and just shake it each time you hear a rhyme. But this song is called Down by the Bay. Some of you might have a connection. You might already know this song. It is a very silly one, but be listening for those rhyming words, okay? Down by the bay. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go. Grow, go. They rhyme. Listen to this part. For if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a goose kissing a moose down by the bay? Goose, moose, rhyme. Here's another silly one. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go. For if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a whale with a polka dot tail down by the bay? Whale tail. Okay, here's the next one. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go. For if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a fly wearing a tie down by the bay? Fly tie, rhyme. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go. For if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a bear combing his hair down by the bay? These are so silly. Here's another silly one. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go. For if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see llamas eating their pajamas down by the bay? Last one. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go. For if I do, my mother will say, did you ever have a time when you couldn't make a rhyme? Down by the bay, time, rhyme, rhyming words. That is a fun song. Well, today we're going to do a little bit more rhyming. Have you ever seen these letters together? I-N-G. Whenever we see them next to each other, we say ing. Now you may have seen ing in some of the words that you're reading. You might also be ready to use ing ing in your writing that you do with Miss Stanton. Today we're going to be learning all about ing. Now, we see this chunk, ing, in a lot of different words. Like if I took ing, do you know what that word would be? King, yeah. So if I put the letter K in front of ing, I've got the word king. And speaking of king, this is my friend. He's called the King of Ing. Dun, 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 dun. Presenting the King of Ing. Now, the King of Ing is just here to help us remember that anytime we see ing, we say ing. Ing, king. You notice how they sound the same? Well, here are some more words that have ing in them. See if you can figure them out. Ready? Sing. What word? Sing. Yep, so we're going to add sing to our King of Ing board. How about this one? Ing. What word? Ring. You got it. You're good at this. Okay, here's your next one. Ing. Wing. Now listen to these words. King, sing, wing, ring. They rhyme. They all end the same. They're part of a word family. Remember, word families sound the same at the end, so they're rhyming words. Well, here's a few more. This next one starts with a digraph. See if you can figure it out. Ing. What is it? Thing. Very good. Now the last one is going to be kind of the trickiest. So I'm going to see if you can get this one. Ing. 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 What word? Bring. You got it. Now, ing is super cool because it does have its own little word family. King, wing, thing, sing, ring, bring. They all end with ing. But you will also find ing at the end of verbs. You might be thinking, Mrs. Mundell, what in the world is a verb? Well, I want to tell you. Verbs are action words. Action words are things that you can do, like skate, or swim, or run, or my favorite, eat, or lift. You can add ing to the end of all of those words to show something that you're doing. They're action words. So if I put ing at the end of skate, I would be skate-ing. If I put ing at the end of eat, I would be eat-ing. So I'm going to try to act out a few of these verbs that have ing at the end, and I want to see if you can figure out what they are, okay? You ready? Here's my first one. Remember, it's something that I'm doing, so it's going to end with ing, ing. Okay, ready? What am I doing? You know? Does it end with ing? Running. Very good. So we can add running to our King of Ing board, right? Because it ends with ing. There's lots of words that end with ing. Okay, here's another one. It ends with ing. It's a verb, so remember it's an action word, something that I'm doing. See if you can figure it out. What am I doing? You might say jumping or hopping. Both of those end with ing, ing. We can add that to your board too. Okay, the last one is kind of tricky. See if you can figure it out. What am I doing? I'm sneaking. Yeah, sneak-ing. Lots of words that end with ing, ing. So, your job from this lesson is to be able to know that anytime you see ing or hear ing, it's ing, ing, yeah. So in your weekly menu, there's a couple of things that you can work on to help you remember that ing is ing. The first thing, ing, oh my goodness, I'm saying it a lot, is a little song that you can sing to help you remember. This song is called There's an Ing in King. Now you might see that I've already made a couple of these chunks, the INGs, orange, because I was going on an ing hunt. So what I want you to do is grab a marker, like a light colored marker, and you can go through the paper, and as many times as you find ing, what do we say when we see ing? Ing, yeah. Whenever you see it, I want you to highlight it, okay? There's a special song that goes with it. I'm gonna sing it for you now, but when you're going through your paper, you can even practice it to help you remember. It goes like this. There's an ing in king, ing. There's an ing in bring, ing. There's an ing in swing, ing. There's an ing in sing, ing. I am going, ing. I am coming, ing. I am playing, ing. I am stopping, ing. And then at the bottom, you can even practice spelling it with your fingers. Fingers spell ing. ing. Yeah. Ing is ing. Okay? The other thing, so try this song. Highlight ing every time you see it and practice saying ing, ing, ing each time you see it. The other thing that you can do is there is a crown that you can print on your weekly menu. You can cut out the crown. You're gonna write ing nice and big. Remember, ing is ing. And then I want you to decorate your crown with words that have ing in them. I have ing, ring, sw-ing, swing, and sing, sing. Then I just took a little scrap paper to make the headband, and I'm using tape to tape it together. And noticing that this crown is a little bit small for me, but I have a special friend that I'm gonna put my crown on, and it'll fit perfectly on him. And then every time I see him, I can remember ing is ing. Do you remember dun dun da dun dun da da? Silent E Man. I can put the King of Ing crown on Silent E Man. Now Silent E Man helps me remember Silent E at the end of the word makes the vowel say its name. But then if he's the king of ing, every time I see ing, I'll remember that's ing. Yeah. So this week, make your king of ing crown. Go on an ing hunt. And I also want you, when you're reading your books, I want you looking for ing and remembering that that is ing. You are going to see it so many times. So be looking for it. And then when you're doing your right ing, if you get to spell a word, maybe you're spelling doing. You know do because that's a sight word. So you can write D-O. And then when you hear ing, remember I-N-G are those 3 letters that make that chunk, okay? So practice ing this week. The more you practice, the better you'll get. Before you know it, you will be an ing expert, all right? Well, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye, everybody.